Today, we're diving into something we all think about: how to build genuine, lasting happiness. We're going to challenge a pretty common idea about what happiness even is, using a new roadmap inspired by the amazing work of Harvard's Tal Ben-Shahar.
Seriously, just let that sink in for a second. Most of us are taught to chase happiness like it's some reward waiting for us at the end of a long race. But what if that whole way of thinking is just wrong from the get-go?
You know this feeling, right? It's a classic trap, and it actually has a name: the arrival fallacy. It's this belief that once we hit that big goal, get the job, buy the house, we'll unlock some permanent state of joy. But you've probably felt it yourself. The high wears off, and suddenly you're just looking for the next thing to chase. Okay, so if chasing that finish line isn't the answer, what is? Well, let's redefine the goal entirely. The big ideas we're talking about come from the book Happier, and they offer a totally different and way more powerful way of looking at this. This right here, this is the game changer. The old view on the left sees happiness as a destination, a thing you get. But the new view on the right, it reframes everything. Happiness isn't a destination, it's a practice. It's something you actively do, something you build, little by little, every single day. So, if happiness is a practice, what does that actually look like? How do you do it? Well, this whole framework is built on two really big foundational ideas, two pillars that support this new way of living a happy life. Let's break them down. The first pillar is all about balancing pleasure and meaning. Think about it. Pleasure is that short-term joy, like eating a delicious meal or watching a great movie. Meaning, on the other hand, is that deeper sense of purpose you get from, say, working on a project you believe in or being there for family. A truly fulfilling life needs both. One without the other just feels incomplete. And this second pillar is honestly such a relief. It's about giving yourself permission to be human. This is a huge mental shift. It means we have to accept that feeling sad or anxious or angry is a totally normal part of life. In fact, when we try to fight those feelings or push them away, we just make them stronger. The real key here is that by allowing ourselves to feel everything, we actually build resilience and, believe it or not, end up happier. All right, so we get the big ideas. Now for the fun part, how do we turn all this theory into real-world action? Let's walk through the daily action plan that shows you exactly how to build this practice of joy into your own life. So here are the first 4 steps. It all starts with you, with redefining what happiness and success mean to you personally. Then it's about simple but powerful habits, like gratitude. And look at number 3. That ties right back to giving yourself permission to be human. Step 4 is about being deliberate, actually putting both fun and purpose on your calendar. And this is a perfect example of just how easy that gratitude practice can be. It doesn't have to be some huge, life-changing event. It can be this simple, just taking a moment to notice the small things. A bit of quiet, a nice conversation, that feeling of getting something done. And here are the final 4 steps. These are all about being present instead of always multitasking, setting goals that actually light you up inside, and pouring energy into real, supportive relationships. And finally, number 8 is a reminder to just stay curious, keep learning. It's not about being perfect, it's about enjoying the journey of growth. So, we've walked through this whole new way of thinking and the practical steps to get there. What's the one big idea you should really walk away with today? It really all comes down to this. Joy isn't some lucky accident that only happens to other people. It's an active, ongoing practice. It's the result of the small, conscious choices we all can make every single day. Choices about where we put our focus, how we talk to ourselves, and where we invest our precious energy. And that really brings us to the most important question of all. Looking at this toolkit we've just gone through, what's one small practice you could start today? Because that journey to a more fulfilling life doesn't start someday when everything is perfect. It starts right now with one single intentional step.